Finally, here's the opportunity we've all been waiting for. The music business will never be the same. Independents worldwide are connecting to form the largest music network in the world. And one web company will level the playing field forever.
In '97, I was on another independent label, and I charted on the European Country Music Association charts in the top 5 for 3 weeks. And to coin an old phrase, I couldn't get arrested, you know.
I put out 9 records. I know how tough it is to get, to get the exposure that you want to get.
There's a lot of good music that's not being heard. There's a lot of talent.
It happens more often than people think. You have really great talent and you can't do nothing with it. You don't have the money, you don't have the knowledge, you don't have the people working with you.
When their record's finished and they've actually got it in their hands where they can take it to a store, that's when their real job begins.
With having good talent and not being able to get exposure for them is the #1 problem for independent labels and artists and producers and songwriters. They don't have the means to present their music to the world. They're constantly in a battle with retail, they're in a battle with radio, they're in a battle with video. There's always some kind of obstacle in the way for an independent guy because he doesn't have the resources to do what he needs to do.
Unless you get some major help with some major money, it's hard to get your product heard.
The independent business is pretty much where it is because they're all by themselves. They're independent, they're floating around all by themselves. The major labels, they have a major network. They have a major system. It's people on every level helping each other and selling records. If the independent business could come together like that, then you would be a major company all on your own.
Welcome to the new generation of independent music marketing. eLinemusic.com and its monster web company are taking independent music to distribution levels never before attainable. The concept is unique. Build a site that offers consumers easy access to fresh and exciting indie music and offers a professional support system for anyone and everyone who is or wants to be in the music business. Exposure, distribution, and support, all in one international network.
The idea of eLine Music came because of the struggles of independent labels. I said, hey, how can I find a new way to sell my product inexpensively and reach a lot of people, the biggest bang for the buck? And the internet has given me that avenue. We're bringing together all the independent labels and writers and producers and songwriters around the world to create a network that everybody can interact with each other. Songwriters can talk to producers, producers can talk to songwriters, and people can purchase music that they normally wouldn't be able to get their hands on. We're not going after Sony, Warner Brothers, Polygram. We're going after the small guys who couldn't get exposure before, and we're going to provide them the outlet. We're going to be the clearinghouse for them.
eLinemusic.com is a whole lot more than a website. It's a network, a global community, an independent superstore. It's independents working together to develop new product, promote it, and get it to the people who love to buy it. Designed to service the needs of an ever-growing independent music world, eLinemusic.com offers previews, music videos, electronic press kits, and a host of information on artists, concerts, and merchandise, all provided to create a huge following. And at the core of the site is a fully interactive support center for the independent music professional. Here, indies can find talent, creative resources, and get important administrative support.
The goal of every independent label is to sell records, but the two things that you have to do is you have to have exposure and you have to have availability to the consumer. Those two things are the absolute key to selling records.
The radio stations, we haven't had one yet that really cares about the local rap scene, in my opinion.
It's very, very hard to get your stuff played on radio and then try to market it. I mean, how can you market it unless somebody hears it?
You can go to a radio station now and say, hey, I got 30,000 people a month checking my stuff out. Now you have a bargaining power with the radio stations. Now you say, hey, here's my certified sales. I just sold 30,000 units last month. People want my product, play my record. And what's going to happen too is through the internet, People are going to recognize your music, and they're going to carry that into the traditional form, which is they're going to call the radio station. They're going to say, hey, I heard this guy on the internet last night. Can I hear it in my car?
I was getting close to the exposure in Europe with the radio play, but there was no distribution. So without both of those ingredients, you can't have success.
For me, one of the hurdles I had to accomplish as an independent label was finding the money to press the records I wanted to sell. And sometimes you don't even sell the ones you press. So with downloading, you have one master digital form of music, you put it on our system, and that's it. You only have to press one master, and everybody purchased from that one master. With our system, everything is a certified sale through credit card, which is going to give you a database of who's buying. Through credit cards, you're able to track where you're selling, what state, who's buying it, or what country, and really key in on where you're hot. And then you can take the small amount of money that you have and dump it into those markets to help generate more sales.
What does it take to be a major force in e-commerce? Advertising, and plenty of it. If you can't find it, you can't buy it. That's why millions of dollars are being spent to make eLinemusic.com a household name worldwide. Plus, just like Amazon, eLinemusic.com is built for speed and volume, capable of handling millions of visitors per day. Everyone, everywhere will know eLinemusic.com.
What we're saying is, everybody give us your music. We're not turning anybody down, and we'll sell your music for you. And we're gonna back it by a lot of money, a lot of exposure, and that's the key point, because that's what separates all these other companies out there, is the exposure, the money behind it. You know, there's a reason why Amazon and eBay and Yahoo are so successful. It's because the money behind it.
Our record store and our label has a website.
Most people have just a basic website and an address, and no one knows where they're at.
I can do my own website, get a computer and have a little home site, and people can come buy stuff from me, but who's going to find me? Who's going to know I'm there?
The major difference between just having a website and being part of eLine is not just that we're presenting your website or we're presenting your music. You enter into a major network. As an independent label, signing on with eLine Music is real easy. All you have to do is fill out an application and a one-page licensing agreement which outlines the terms, which is 50-50. We spend the money, you split the profit 50-50 with us, and that's it. You send us a CD and a picture, and you're on. You're selling records. It's that easy. If you have one song or 10 albums, it doesn't matter. We're still going to sell your product for you. You even the playing field in the music world. You become a major distributor, a worldwide distributor, and all the music buying public is going to have access to your music. It costs you nothing. There's no risk. It's a non-exclusive deal. You're allowed to sell your music to other internet companies. We just want the opportunity to sell your record.
The eLinemusic.com gives somebody like me the opportunity to find out, hey, are people going to really buy my music now?
If you want to do oldies music and you feel your career was over in the 50s, not anymore. You know, if you want to do hard rock and you can't get radio play because you're a hair band from the 80s, there's still people who love those bands. So now you have an outlet. You know, if you're a jazz player and the only place you can go to get your music heard is a local jazz bar, not anymore. eLine Music is backed by people who are independent orientated. We want to give people the opportunity to make it independently. We know what it's like to struggle. We know what it's like to battle the majors. We know what all the hurdles are in the independent world. We want to create a system that's going to make people like us have more opportunities to succeed. If you want to learn how to put together a production contract, we're going to show you how to do it. If you want to know where to go to shoot a video, we're going to send you in the right direction. That type of information is priceless, but you're getting it for free.
E-commerce, e-community, e-everyone. People are searching the web every day for things they can't find anywhere else. This is your opportunity to be discovered by millions of these consumers. With eLinemusic.com, you have everything to gain and nothing to lose. eLinemusic.com, everyone's line to the music of the world.